go. I had to let go of feeling guilty, and I had to tune into what made me feel good. It would have been terrific for him if I would have let him stay there. Can you see that? He would have loved it at the time. But that wouldn't have been good for me. And so I asked him to leave. A couple of months ago, he came up to me and he says, you know, I have an opportunity of getting a job, and it's only a couple of miles from the house. He says, I would sure love to come back to the house. So I said, Mark, I'd love to have you come back to the house. However, he says, say no more, I know what you're talking about. He said to me, I will support and contribute to the house, and I understand it's your house, and I will do whatever I can so that you don't feel uncomfortable. And he said to me, I respect you for what you did. Okay. And I tell you that for me at the time, I'm not going to tell you it was easy, but it was essential. It was absolutely essential. There is that within him that knows what to do. There is that within you that knows what to do. There is that within those people that are around you that knows what to do and don't need you to support them. Don't need you to lean on. And you must be willing to be true to yourself and let them go. When you are allowing someone to be helpless, when you are supporting someone to be helpless, you are supporting your own helplessness, because they're nothing but an ink blot. So it's your interpretation of what you see that is the real experience. A cute little story about a couple of boys who were in a room full of manure. And one little boy is sitting in the corner, and he's holding his nose. He says, my God, this place stinks. I can hardly wait to get out of here. And the other little boy in the corner has a shovel in his hand, and he's shoveling that manure over to the side. And the kid in the corner says, what are you doing? And the little boy with the shovel says, what do you mean, what am I doing? He says, with all this manure here, somewhere there's got to be a pony. It's all a matter of perception. If you're going to look for the pony, you're going to find it. If you're going to look for trouble, you are so creative. You'll find that too. Your mind is so incredibly creative, it will create for you any idea that you're willing to latch onto. And you must be the reflection, you must be the action of those ideas. I cannot attempt to share this information with you and not live it. Because if I'm not living it, I'm not going to experience it. I'm only going to experience what I'm living. You're not going to get what you want in life. You're not going to get what you want in life. You're only going to get what you are. You're only going to get what you are. And if you're living in the ideas of being unlimited, and if you're living under the ideas of being a creative genius, what do I mean by a creative genius? Einstein was certainly a creative genius. And you have no less of that creative genius to allow you to experience whatever turns you on. With him it was mathematics. But there's something within you that is backed up by that same creative genius, if only you'll acknowledge it. And if you're not acknowledging that, then you're acknowledging something else. Your point of attention becomes your experience. What is your point of attention right now? What was your point of attention when you got up this morning? Was your point of attention was another crummy day? The universe says yes, another crummy day. Boom, 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 there it is for you. Was your point of attention is I got to go to my lousy job? Here's your lousy job. It's nothing more than perception. You can create whatever it is you want out of your own self-awareness. Anyone here work for a living? Can I see a show of hands? Well, if you're working for a living, you want to consider giving it up. Because if you're not doing what you would do for nothing anyway, then you might want to find something that you would do for nothing anyway. Because part of experiencing the fulfillment and the enjoyment out of life is not to work for a living, but to have fun and enjoy what you're doing for a living. And it's only out of that fun and enjoyment, out of that consciousness, you will not only create a healthy, a happy body for yourself, But you will create the fulfillment and the joys and the richness that life has to offer. And it all comes from you. Everything out there, your job is an ink blot. What are you seeing in that ink blot? Are you only seeing your lousy boss? Well, your lousy boss is you. Your lousy boss isn't there by accident. You created that person out of your own consciousness. That same lousy boss to you is someone else's prince. What are you doing there? What is that saying about you and your consciousness? The thing to do is to be self-aware. As soon as you find yourself experiencing some discomfort, whether it be with a person, place, or thing, be aware that you are aware that you're feeling uncomfortable. And then you have the universe in your hands. Because if you're not aware, then you're unaware. Then you're operating from the unconscious. When you are aware, you can do something about it.
This is the end of Side 2.